Well, it's one of Nevada's smallest towns, but it comes with a rich history.
KOLO 8 News Now's Ben Deach takes us to Unionville in the latest edition of Silver State Sights. Good morning, Ben.
Well, good morning, Josh and Shannon. This is now the 10th episode in this series. And like many of the others, there's plenty of history, but this one is definitely the most out of the way. Nevada is filled with towns that went from boom to bust as a result of mining in the 19th century. Some of them, like Rhyolite, are ghost towns. But if you make the drive down State Route 400, not too far east of Lovelock, you'll find a town that's never quite died.
Unionville is really interesting, really a cool place off the beaten track, a place that you have to go and really want to explore.
A mining boom in Unionville occurred between 1863 and 1870. During that time, the population was reported to be as high as 1,500. Now, it's closer to 20.
I think most people who move to these small towns are misanthropes. So they come out here to get away from people. But then there's that contradiction. You're thrown against these other misanthropes, and it's a recipe for disaster.
Unionville is an attractive destination for deer hunters and for those who just like to get away. The town's only business, a bed and breakfast in the middle of town. Plenty of history to see here in Unionville, including some tied to Mark Twain. However, according to locals, that doesn't come without a bit of controversy.
I've heard his connection is there's a cabin up there by the park. And he apparently stayed in that cabin for an unknown period of time.
The cabin that is said to be Twain's has a Nevada historical marker next to it, but locals say he actually stayed in a different place west of town.
There was no cabin. That's what it says in the publication. There was just like a ravine or a crevice that they pulled a tarp over and left a hole at one end just for, smoke.
There is some controversy surrounding where it was. We know that he was here. He put it in his book, Roughing It.
Regardless of the historical accuracy of the cabin, it's clear Twain wasn't into mining very long.
Rumor has it that he only made it about a foot, and then he just decided to give up, and he was done with gold mining.
He was a miner at that time. We like to think that work was so hard here that he turned to writing.
Guess that worked out pretty well for him. When you go there, make sure you fill up on gas on the interstate because it truly is in the middle of nowhere. The nearest services of any sort other than those available at the inn are about an hour away. Josh and Shannon.
My list of places to visit is growing thanks to this segment, Ben. I'm excited.
I assume that your fiance would want to go there after he saw there was big deer hunting destination.
Oh, yeah. May have already been there. Who knows?
20 people in the entire town.
Yeah,
20 people,
wild.
yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
And you probably talked to, what, 5 of them?
I talked about half of them, it seemed like. So, yeah, I got most of them in there.
That's awesome. Good work. Thank you very much, Ben. For parents